So we have covered condition in our last video. Now this time we will cover loops. So before going into the technical aspect of loops, just I want to make you clear this idea only by throwing a story in front of you. Okay. Why in the first place do we need loops? So let's say you are having a condition. Say your girlfriend or boyfriend is mad at you and they ask you to say sorry. But again there are two more conditions. Like you will say sorry, that for sure, but there are two conditions. Say they want you to say sorry 100 times and they want you to say sorry, maybe even they don't know, just when their mood will get okay, they will forgive you. So there are two conditions. One condition is they are saying write me sorry 1,000 times. Here the end point is given by them. Okay, now you know you have to only type sorry 1,000 times maybe. Okay, but in the second condition, even you don't know, neither they know how many times you have to write sorry. It's basically depends upon their mood. Maybe you have written sorry 2 times and they are okay with it, and their mood switch and they are fine with you now. Okay, so there are two conditions. Based on these two conditions, we are having two things. One is for loop and one is while loop. For loop will be used in a scenario where the end point is given. Maybe they are saying write me 1,000 times sorry, then I will maybe talk to you or something like that. And while condition will be used when they ask you to say sorry, and even they don't know and you don't know how many times you have to say sorry, because they are not mentioning. They are not saying say me sorry 1,000 times, maybe 2 times, 10 times. Even they don't know. It depends upon their mood. So you have to use while in that condition. Okay. So the thing is, there are two kind of loops, and one is nested loop, which is loops inside a loop. Okay. So for loop and while loop. I have told you when to use for loop, when to use while loop. Now we know when to use them, but we don't know what is the syntax. Okay. So this is the basic syntax for loop. For it will go as iterations, or maybe iterating variable and sequence. Okay, and again this colon, I have told you many times, this colon is the starting of this iteration of for loop. Okay, and after that statement. Okay, so this is how it will go. There will be n number of statements, and I have told you many times that this is the use of triple quotes. Okay, this is the for loop. So okay, directly I think maybe now the problem is you need to write sorry 1,000 times. Now based on your previous knowledge, how you will print 1,000 times that to sorry. Let's say you will write print sorry. Okay, or I'm sorry, but again you have to write it 1,000 times. Okay, maybe one clever way to do this, like that will be other thing to do, but clever way will be multiplying it by maybe with 1,000. But again, inside a big maybe working code, you cannot do that. So for writing sorry 1,000 times, you have to use loop. Okay, how you have to use loop? You have to use for loop because the end condition is known to you. So you can use for loop over here. So so I have told you many times before that before writing any program, just you have to make a pseudocode of that program inside your head. So here, what will be pseudocode? Pseudocode will be print sorry my love, repeat 1,000 times. That is the only pseudocode you require. Now putting this pseudocode into Python. How to put this pseudocode into Python? Because we know this is the syntax of for loop. And why we are using for loop? Because we know we only have to, because this is the end point given to us, 1,000 times sorry. So what you will do is for I in range of 10. So what is this range now? Okay, what is this range? Let's break this range into more pieces. Let's say I will say for I in. So how for I in? What is this? Let me copy this for you. Like it will make everything clear. Okay. So this is the syntax of for loop. So for iterating variable, I is here the iterating variable. Okay. Let's say I am not giving any variable, just I am putting iterating variable as a variable name. This is a variable name. Okay. This is the iterating variable name. For iterating variable in sequence, the range is here the sequence. Okay. And let's see how big this sequence is. Okay. For for saying that, just I am simply printing the iterating value. Okay. So in the range of 10, I said I need a iterating variable in the range of 10. So right now we are only understanding what this range is doing over here. Okay. We are only concerned about the range thing. Right now we are not going for understanding this for loop. Wait. Okay, I'm back. So the thing is, we were talking about for loop. So for iterating variable, let's take this iterating variable as a variable. Okay, this is a variable in range. This is the sequence. This range 10 is the sequence here. So we are printing the iterating variable. Okay. So in this range, how many times this iterating variable is taking place? Okay. Let's see. So this is taking place 10 times. Again, this concept should get inside your head very soon, that this range function starts from 0. Okay. And it excludes this 10. Okay. So then let's say I want to, now I guess this range thing is clear to you. Range 10 is basically, it is giving us number between 0 to 9. Okay. So now coming back to this code where your girlfriend asked you to say 1,000 times sorry to her. Then you wrote the pseudocode, print sorry my love, repeat 1,000 times. So now what we are saying, for I in range of 10, just I'm convinced to type like maybe print it 10 times for now, because 1,000 times will be more too slow. So just for I in range of 10, same will happen 0 to 9 and excluding 10, and it will print this thing. And you can again you can increase the number. Maybe I will go with maybe 20. Okay. So it will go 20 times. It will go 20 times. So you can maybe if you are more convinced to do it, you can write here 1,000 times. No worries, you can do that. Okay. So I have given you the syntax before, and again I am writing here for iterating variables in sequence statements. Print the statements. Okay. In keyword. See. Now inside this we are having in keyword. So you can say for in. Okay. In keyword, and there is a sequence. It's 11 o'clock. Sequence is something on which you have to iterate. This is a sequence. Sequence is something in which you have to iterate, and this colon again is the starting of this for loop. Okay. This colon is the starting of this for loop. That's all. Now in this case, you are knowing that your girlfriend is saying only write 1,000 times. Now your girlfriend is saying say sorry until I message you back that it's okay. Okay. Now you don't know how many times you have to write sorry. Then in the rescue will come while loop. So what will be the pseudocode for that? For the condition when your girlfriend said write me sorry until I tell you stop. Okay. So now you don't know how many times you have to write. Then you will use while loop. Then pseudocode will be while the reply does not equals to I love you. Maybe your girlfriend will not reply you I love you. Until then, keep repeating. Keep repeating. Okay. Keep repeating. So this is the sign of not equals to. Here it behaves in stopping criteria. So for while loop, you need a stopping criteria. Why you need a stopping criteria? Otherwise, if she asks you maybe write me sorry, and she didn't tell you when to stop. Now you will like you maybe end up writing sorry, and now you don't know either your sorry are working or not. So there, while using this while loop, there must be a stopping criteria. If there is not a stopping criteria, then your loop will go infinite times, and if your loop will go infinite times, that's a kind of error, and maybe it will end up into many crashes. So always writing the while loop, understand what is the stopping criteria, and first implement the stopping criteria. So here the stopping criteria is reply until your girlfriend tells you I love you. Okay. Until your girlfriend replies you or boyfriend replies you I love you. So the syntax is very simple and very concise. Maybe we can say this. And again, you can use these three quotations for commenting like this. Okay. While comparison, while comparison, and then statement. Simple syntax. Okay. So now what you have to do, just simply I am running this code first. Okay. So what you can see over here is, wait again. So again the thing is, simulating that this condition will be a bit hard. So I am like, it will be a bit hard for you to understand because again there will be nested loops. So just I'm coming up with a simple while loop concept. So the while loop concept goes like this. The primary count of this number variable is 0. Okay. Now what we are doing, we are using while loop, and this is the stopping criteria. Okay, this is the stopping criteria. And what this stopping criteria is saying, if number is smaller than 7, okay, if number is smaller than 7, until then print the number. And every time we print the number, we have to increase the number count by 1. Okay, this is what this while loop is saying. Again, while writing the code, don't forget to write the stopping criteria. This is the stopping criteria. Say initially the number is 0. Then what will happen? The number is 0. While it will just compare this. Initially that was 0. 0 is smaller than 7. That's true. It will print the number. It will print the number 0. First time it have printed 0. Then what it will do? It will simply increase number equals to number plus 1. It will increase this 0 with 1 because the initial value of number was 0. So it will go like this: 0 plus 1. And now the number is 1. Okay. Now this number have become 1. In the second iteration, this number have become 1. Now this number have become 1. Again, while 1 is smaller than 7, 1 is smaller than 7, then print the number. Again 1, it will print 1. Then again this number was 1, so number equals to number. This number was 1. 1 plus 1 will be 2. So number will be 2 now. While 2 is smaller than 0, 2 is smaller than 7, print the number. It will print 2. So if this is not clear like this, then again I have suggested you many times to go through the website I always used to mention, which will show you the flow of the code. Just I'm going bit up into the cells and to see the website, and this is the website. Okay. Every time you are stuck in some code, you don't know how it is going, like what is going on inside that. This is our code. Okay. Just I'm visualizing it. I'm convinced to visualize it to make sure like how the thing is working. Okay. To see how the thing is working. So number was 0 initially. Initially the number is 0. Okay. Initially this number variable is having 0 value assigned to it. Now this line is executing. This line has been executed. Now we are going next. While it compared it. 0, number 0. 0 is smaller than 7. Now it is coming to print. Okay. Print 0. See, again it is saying 0. Print 0. So it printed 0. Okay. Now it came to this number. Okay. And it increased the number which was initially 0 to 0 plus 1. That is 1. Now number is updated with 1. Okay. Now the number is updated with 1. Then again going one more step further, the number has become 1. Now 1 is smaller than 7. Yes. Now it will print 1. Okay. Now again the number equals to, now the number was 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now this has become 2. Okay. Next. Again this has become 2. The number has become 2. Now 2 is smaller than 7. Yes. This condition is true. Again it will print that. It will print it. Okay. Now it will print it 2. It has printed 2. Now number equals to 2 plus 1. That is 3. Okay. Now the number has become 3. This has become 3. Now I will go there. Now the number has become 3. Okay. Now 3 is smaller than 7. Again print the number. If this condition is true, yes, this is true, then print the number. Printed 3. Okay. Then the same will happen. Now it is 5. Again this is 6. Now here comes the situation. 6 is smaller than 7. Yes, it will print. Okay. Now the problem will come when it will become 7. Now the this number has become 7. Okay. After 6, there was one increment in the number, and now this number has become maybe 7. Now the number is 7. Now 7 is smaller than 7. No, this condition is false. Okay. If this condition is false, then what I told you, this is maybe a ending statement, while loop ending statement. So now the loop will break. Okay, now the loop has been broken down. See, there is no next. There were total 23 steps. Okay, so now you cannot go any further. Here, this is the breakpoint of the loop. This is the breakpoint of the loop. That's why I'm asking you, always try to uh, while writing a while loop, always try to understand, like, that loop can go to infinity. You have to protect that loop. Okay, never let your while loop go to infinity, because that will crash your system. Sometime that will crash your system. So this is the concept of while loop.